Today we're making guacamole. Who doesn't love guacamole and avocados? I think of avocado as nature's butter. It's earthy, it's really good monounsaturated fat, and you can do so many things with it. We're also going to use our featured Seracal. As a secret ingredient in my guacamole, I like to use a splash of citrus and a combination of orange, lime, lemon, with a little bit of mild salsa. And these ingredients together with a little bit of cilantro really makes a wonderful flavor. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. But I wanted to share with you the importance of washing your produce, no matter what it is, and especially avocado. Even though you're not eating the peel, it harbors bacteria, so you want to be sure you scrub it under cold running water. If you don't, when you stick your knife inside to get the flesh, you end up putting the bacteria inside the avocado. So I take my knife and I run it around until I feel that little stone inside. And then I open it up, and this one's actually a really good one. Sometimes you get a surprise and they're a little brown inside, and you just peel that away. But the way that I like to take my stone is I take a knife and just give it a little hit and twist it out. Now, if you're fearful of knives or not as good with knives, you can certainly just take the avocado half and just squeeze it out. That's another way to do it. So I want to take my avocado and peel out the flesh, and you can do that with a big spoon. And these are nice and soft. There's all kind of tricks to get the right one, but when you're purchasing an avocado, you want to be sure that it gives just a little bit. So I'm going to pull out the flesh in these avocado, and then we're going to take our fork and mash it up. This recipe calls for 3 avocado, and depending on how large it is, you can it's a foolproof recipe, so like you can see the seed in this one is so much bigger, there's not as much flesh. So, there we go. Now we're going to take our fork and just give it a mash. And you don't have to blend it. I personally like mine with a little bit of texture. And we're going to take our Seracal. And this particular recipe calls for 2 servings, which is a half a cup. But we're going to start today with just a half a serving. And that would be 4 tablespoons, which is a quarter of a cup. And we're going to mash that into our avocado. And then I'll take my citrus and just squeeze some of the orange in there to give it a nice pop of orange flavor. A little bit of my lemon. And lime. It's also an easy thing that you can do for a snack, and it gives you a wonderful monounsaturated fat with your Seracal. I also add a little bit of the salsa to give it a little zip, and then some cilantro. I like to cut mine with some kitchen shears. You could also cut it with a knife. And there you have it. Quick and easy. A lot of people like a little dash of sea salt. And that is all there is to this wonderful avocado recipe. Now, like I mentioned, you can certainly eat it with a chip. And how good is that? Or you can take a plate of these chips and add some cheese and use the guacamole as a topping and have a plate of nachos. Or if you're really more into veggies, you can certainly have your avocado or guacamole with a nice plate of vegetables. If you're wanting to use your avocado or your guacamole in the morning, you can certainly use it as an avocado toast. So I took my whole grain bread, toasted it in the toaster, and then just topped it with some avocado. That includes the Seracal, which is your go-to medical food that also aids in absorbing more fat.